Here we go. I thought this was hilarious. They just passed some new laws for child support. Now my dad, I told him at the age of 6 I never wanted to see him again. He really never did pay child support, so if I actually found out today that he had any assets, I could seize them. But I'm not a fan. I'm going to say this. I'm not a fan of how the court system rolls in favor of the mother over the father, regardless of income every time, or like actual like parenting. There are some better dads than there are moms out there with kids. And a lot of parents, a lot of moms are just in it to get money from the dads. And I'm not really a big fan of that. Supposedly this law changes that.
Modern women are doomed by this new, what is this here? Anti-paternity fraud law?
There is a new law that's going to be passed that's going to make it to where I kind of wish that this was automatic before you start signing birth certificates. But there's going to be a new law that passes that makes it to where whenever you give birth to a child, they automatically swab for DNA to make sure both the parents match. I don't know why this wouldn't be an automatic thing for records, but it's a new law that's being passed now.
A lot of people are. And I am someone that has a really hard
And they're
time.
also putting parents, mothers in jail for child support fraud. So if you have a baby daddy that is you are with somebody and you sleep around and you guys get divorced and the guy that you were married to, you want him to pay for the child support and he ends up doing that and they swab that child and come to find out it's not his child, your ass goes to jail.
Asking for help. But I am so desperate.
For what?
And what I really don't agree with is the fact that whenever they use child support, they're not required to keep any receipts to show that it went to the child. My mom was an abusive piece of shit, but she always used that money, that the little times that she did get. I think in my entire lifetime, my father paid child support a total of 5 times. And every time she spent that money on new clothes for me, she spent it on toys, she spent it on food, she spent it on school supplies, she spent it on me. That's who it's supposed to be for.
Shut up.
Y'all bashing me about having 7 kids and looking for somebody to help take care of them. What is the issue? As a single woman, am I supposed to just give up on life and not want to
You
find
should
a
have
man
given up on kids after 1.
that's going to help me and my kids?
What?
My husband
That's
got a paternity
crazy.
test on our 5-year-old daughter and it came back negative, and now he wants a divorce. And
If you falsely
I don't blame him. I'd want a divorce too, you cheating asshole. What?
accuse a man of being your baby's daddy, it's called parentage fraud, and it's
Wow.
no joke.
Those of
Yes,
you in
ma'am.
Tennessee, guess what? House Bill 2689 is getting ready to pass. That is requiring paternity tests before you sign the birth certificate.
Thank you.
Because, when people do paternity tests, 1/3 of the time, they end up not being the father. And if they start testing everybody, that number
What? Well, I guess that's probably selection bias, to be fair.
can only go up, not down. They're actually starting to jail time the ladies.
I'd imagine that's only the amount of people who know. Just imagine how many people are out there with a child that they had no idea wasn't even theirs.
for maternity fraud.
Like, my fiance asked me that question. She was like, now, like, if like I had gotten a child with somebody else and like we were married and come to find out like I had raised that child my entire life and then we like we got divorced or whatever and come to find out the child wasn't mine, she was like, would you still take care of it? And I was like, fuck no. Fuck no, I wouldn't.
If J.D. Vance becomes president, this is going to be nationwide, okay?
I hope this is nationwide. This needs to be nationwide.
Oh,
It is such
This needs to be a
yeah.
federal law.
And yes, it's a crime.
Hallelujah. This needs to go nationwide. But at
There
least
is no reason why this hasn't been implemented yet. There are so many parents that are getting scammed by these hoes that just want to have babies with everything that they see and they can't stay fucking loyal. while they're at it, they might as well pass a bill that, or a law that says that if you cheat on your spouse, that whenever you get divorced, if you're the breadwinner, that they don't have to give shit to you. I think there is something like that in some states,
Progress,
but like
not
it needs to be a
perfection.
federal thing.
Sure.
But in the meantime, I advise any male that I know to get yourself a DNA kit and swab that child's mouth.
Oh yeah. Anytime I'll eventually have a kid, that's the first thing I'm doing. I don't want any questions in the back of my mind. I know myself.
Because you
It's weird to me that they don't just do this as a default.
Right? For records.
I feel like you should just do this as a default. I mean, for like records purposes.
Exactly.
be surprised just how many of those kids belong to another man.
Exactly.
Man.
I bought a Chanel bag with my child support money, and everybody is upset.
Look at that. Look at that. Everybody should be upset. You should be putting that money away and saving it. You could take half of that money and use it to get him some new clothes, maybe some toys or some food, or like some school supplies, and put the other money away for college fund.
My God.
And they wonder why men don't want to give these bitches money. It's because they don't spend it on the child.
Everybody is upset.
You could be putting them in classes, like karate classes or some kind of sport, so that way they better themselves.
Wonder why. What could possibly be the reason?
Child support is reimbursement for the money that I already waste on my kids.
Also in some states, they're also making it to where if you pay child support, you're the one who writes off the child on taxes.
So me
I
buying
waste on my... Okay.
a Chanel bag, it evens out. I am not going to be saving my child support money for college. What if they don't even go to college?
Then they can use that money to get a house. They could invest that money. They could take that money and live off of that money for a little bit. That's their money. That's not your money.
I'm not going to make them go.
I feel like at this point, like there should be like an automatic, like the government should force it to where whenever parents give child support money, that goes to like a federal account, like a bank that is set up specifically for child support. And anytime money's taken out of that account, they have to bring a receipt that shows what the money was for. Or you have to tell somebody prior to spending the money what it's for. And if it's for themselves, then no, absolutely not. And that way, what the bank can do is they can take that money and they can put that into like a 401k, so that way the kid could have a retirement. So they could take a percentage of that money, put it in a 401k, and they can actually either have retirement or a college fund, even like there's so much more that could be done with that money than these fucking retards spending their child's money on fucking garbage. That shit pisses me off.
Oh, these poor fucking kids. Oh, God. I feel so bad for
And some of these moms, they do this shit on purpose. They sleep with all these guys just to get more and more money.
kids. Holy shit, bro. This is bad Spawn RNG.
To college if they don't want to. So I'm going to be saving all that money for what? We are living in the moment. Tomorrow is not promised. So we're going to have fun.
This is one thing that I've really noticed with a
That's
lot
crazy.
of people like this that are bad decision makers is that most bad decision makers live in the moment.
that money.
It's a very common
I'm
pattern.
Gonna have fun with that money.
A few moments later.
Child support court update. So I had court again today because a new judge was assigned to the case. If you don't know, I get $3,700 of child support every month.
Probably
and
a lot.
I use it on myself. I don't use it on my
How
kids.
many?
The old judge that was assigned to our case was okay with me spending, the child support on myself because he
Yeah,
clearly
sure.
said it was just reimbursement for what I have been spending on my children.
Uh-huh.
But the judge today was not having none of that.
Damn.
And she completely
She knew what was going on.
took me off of child support.
Damn.
Damn, she got revoked. No more child support for you, bitch.
Played yourself.
So Trump passed a law stating that whoever pays child support get to file that child on the taxes.
Yep.
Pardon me?
Why are you mad about that?
Just to be told, I've got nothing in the
Jesus
will,
Christ.
nothing, and he was
That's
worth
too many
33
kids,
million
man.
pounds.
Adopted too.
My baby daddy
You
quit.
know she adopted them kids because you get a stipend from the state for adopting kids. Not a lot of people know that you get paid to adopt kids.
his job as an electrician where he was making over 6 figures a year to work a minimum wage job at a fast food place just so he wouldn't have to pay me $3,000 a month in child support.
You goddamn fucking straight. I'd do the same thing. Bro got it. Bro downgraded so he didn't have to pay your ass.
What's up with this new tax rule that Trump wants to
the glasses, bro.
implement? This idea
Every time.
that hey, look, daddy boys, if you pay that child support for your own children, you get to write that off. And whoever is, I don't know, the primary caretaker, i.e. single moms, you've got to foot the bill and you get no benefit.
You know why that is? Because there's so many women that are just ready to have kids so they could start taking money from the parents. I mean, from the dads. They just want to find like a good, someone who's paid well so they can take their money. That's why it's like this.
Well, they should both be able to write it off, right? I mean, if they're both parents.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you more than half of fathers who are separated from their baby mamas do not have 50-50 custody.
I feel like if you're the kind of person that is even using the term baby mamas unironically, you are already in hood rat territory. You are already in trailer park territory. Like, who the fuck talks about this? Who even uses this word?
Because of the mother. Because of the selfishness of the mother.
Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore.
That's crazy.
I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now.
Today is Friday, and I got my child support check.
It probably will finish next year.
To spend it on. I'm gonna go leave my kids at their grandmother's house. And
oh my
That's
God!
crazy.
Do not
Bitch is actually gonna leave her kids at her grandmother so she can go spend the money on herself.
tell me you're gonna do self-care.
That's even worse.
Please do not tell me it's gonna be self-care.
Because that's what they do, man. They just want to have kids so that way they can take the money.
Go out and gamble a little bit.
She's gonna use the money to fucking gamble? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Holy shit.
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Maybe go shopping. The kids don't need anything because I provide everything for them. So I might just go ahead and splurge on myself with my little child support check.
I see that there's a rumor going around on social media that Trump has signed a bill saying he was going to do away with child support. And if anybody is on child support and they pay child support,
that's not what's happening at all.
Parent that has full
They're gonna fix it, is what they're doing.
Of their child will
what the fuck? Because like when you go to court, like it's already in the woman's favor regardless. This just makes it more in the man's favor. God forbid. Like what the fuck?
When I left my husband, I was only making like $16 an hour, and so
oh no. That's basically what this is like.
So did y'all hear that Trump is supposed to be putting into action where if the father of a child pays child support, then he can claim the child on the income taxes?
Yeah. Wow.
I saw that story all over.
Problem with child support is that it's calculated based on how much money both of the parents make.
Yeah.
The more money dad makes, the more he pays. But the more money that mom makes, the less she gets. This absolutely incentivizes people not to be successful, which is not making the world a better place. It's making the world a worse place, especially.
That is stupid, by the way. Yeah. I'm okay with a man having to pay. Like I'm a child support supporter. I think
agree.
This is a good system because it's the like I don't think that
I think that it should just be more balanced. The system's in place, but it needs a lot of work, and it's been due for work for so long. Like, I mean, shit, I'm 30 years old, and everyone's been saying that it's been broken for 30 years now. So. Ever since I was born, bro.
Look out, whenever you have a kid, like you shouldn't look at what's best for the kid, or sorry, what's best for the mom or what's best for the dad. You should look at what's best for the kid.
Exactly. And them being able to splurge that money on themselves is not what's best for the kid. That is not what that money is for. That is not what that money is for at all. That is wrong.
think that a society that doesn't put the best interests of its children and young people first is a society that's doomed to die. And so I'm a big fan of that. But I think also, like, why would the woman not, like, get the same amount of money? Why? It doesn't even make sense. Yeah, they use it for themselves. Well, they should need receipts. Yeah, of course, right? I mean, obviously.
For the children involved. This system does not take into any account the actual needs of the child.
Exactly.
It only punishes parents for trying to be successful.
Yeah.
It does.
Into the mail. Look at this. Child support money. Let's see how much we've got. Oh, God.
People like this make me
We're
sick.
about to get paid. Let's see how much.
$16.
Right.
What?
I didn't get squat. Right here. Zero. What the fuck am I gonna do with $0?
There's some people about to be real mad about the world. But let me tell you this.
Yeah, I don't even agree with that deadbeat dad shit either. But, like, the thing is that
it takes a lot to be a deadbeat dad. My dad was a deadbeat dad. My mom had to physically assault him, like beat his ass. So she beat his ass, punched him off of a porch, and he didn't show back up because he was a drunk alcoholic pill popper. And so he fucked off, and he paid child support a total of 3 or 4 or 5 times, and then that was it. And he has warrants out for his arrest and stuff, so, like, I don't know whatever came of that. I doubt anything ever did. But yeah. So, like, as far as I'm concerned, deadbeat dads do exist, but there's a lot less of them than you think.